Hey! It's that time again. It is Drinks with Dee Dee.
And John.
That's me. That's her. Click. Love you.
Love you.
Boy, I like that bartender. Oh, there is a lot of glass.
Yeah, I mean, look.
There's a lot of glass
yeah,
there.
it's like that much. It's not like you think.
So we're in Smashville. Ooh, that's good. What is that?
Let me get it because
Yeah, that's
I'm trying to figure
good.
out who gave it to us. It was a gift.
That
from
was a
someone.
gift. That's really
This
nice.
is Tennessee whiskey.
Oh,
It's
we got it
called
here. at the-
Snapper.
yeah, we got it at the great old distillery right down in downtown
Okay.
Nashville. The Tennessee Legend Distillery. Oh, and this was signed. This was probably something we were supposed to collect. Too late. Oops, too late. So anyway, it's great. We want to thank our great friends at the Tennessee Legend Distillery, which is about, I'd say about 10 blocks from where we are right now. And it's great.
Really
Here, I'm
cool
going to
place.
I'm going to put us a little more. There we go. Isn't this place beautiful? We had I can't remember the name of the show, but the condo was part of
Well, it was a pilot.
makeover, a pilot. Yeah, it was
For
a
a
makeover
makeover show.
where they
So they
came
redid
in.
the condo and it looks
Yeah.
great.
Looks fantastic. They did the floor. They did the cabinets. They didn't do new cabinets. They painted the cabinets with some amazing paint. They have paint that they actually painted over glass because this was built in '74. The Spence Manor was built in '74, and there was a tendency in hotels in those days to have
Back in the day.
mirrored walls. Excuse me. So rather than take the 1974 mirror off the back wall, they painted over it, and you can't tell. I mean, it looks like wood. The cabinets, the countertops look like marble. They're not. So it's really pretty amazing.
They
They
did a
redid
nice
the
job.
floor. The floor is beautiful. The curtains are great. The
Honey,
couch. They did
Do
everything.
you need
Yes.
this for anything? Because it's only 6%. So if you're recording or you're
No,
like,
no, I don't need that. You can.
Okay,
You
great.
want to charge
so
it?
you're, No, it's okay.
You have a charger? So lots of things are going on in the world. As we sit here, the government is still shut down. The Democrats are still lying about it being the fault of the Republicans, but they're trying to not even slip. They're trying to put this whole health care for illegal aliens into the big beautiful bill, right? Isn't that kind of
I
what
love
it
you.
is? I love you too.
I just want to tell you, give you extra.
Well, thank you. But isn't that what they're trying to do? They're trying
Yeah.
to slip. They're trying to slip that in, where it absolutely doesn't belong. Because what President Trump is trying to do is take care of the people who actually are citizens of the United States, and for some reason, I don't know if they. It can't be that the Democrats made a promise to all these illegals, because we all know
Kind of.
that they don't keep their promises.
Oh, well, there's that.
Right. So it's not like they feel obliged to keep a promise they made to somewhere between 16 and 20 million illegal folks who came into our country, and they were given, I don't know, $1,000, a Visa card,
No, a lot more than that.
health care, telephones, and all kinds of stuff.
I mean,
I
they
think
have free
provided they
healthcare.
vote Democrat, really.
And these poor people that, that are government employees and military, and they have to go to the food bank now because they don't have money. Because the government
is shut down, and they're trying to blame, and they're saying, well, he's doing all this, he's destroying the White House. No, he's not. He's doing a beautification project on the White House that is long overdue.
But a lot of presidents have done that. A ton of presidents have redone a White House.
But this is the
facility.
only one, I think it's safe to say, this is the only one who's actually paid for it out of his own pocket.
Right. Of
Truman
course.
didn't pay for it. One of them did the
No,
Rose Garden,
no.
right? Was it Truman?
I don't know, but
because
that-
his wife was such a botanist. I think it might have been
I
Truman.
thought that was Kennedy. I thought Jackie
No, I think that was a
Kennedy-
swimming pool and stuff.
Well-
That makes sense. It was a swimming pool. I don't know.
Anyway, but a lot of presidents have redecorated, refurbished the White House, and I'm telling you, the East Room is small, so it's very crowded. If you want to do a state event, it's always very crowded. So that ballroom is absolutely needed, and in fact, the White House is quite small. It's really too small. So at the very least, for events, they will have a decent room.
Yeah.
So good for President Trump.
And that's great because, my God, folks, he cleaned up D.C. so that when dignitaries and people from all over the world come into our country for the first time to have a meeting with the president, they come through something that doesn't look like a cesspool. You know, the marble was cracked, the medians in between the streets were cracked. And don't let the Democrats fool you. When there were dignitaries in San Francisco, they cleaned up the anything they might see. Gavin Newsom cleaned that stuff up, right? So this is what they do. And that makes sense. It's kind of like when you have a dinner party, you clean up the house.
Clean up the house.
Now you might throw some things in a closet and hope nobody goes in there.
But these are people.
These are people.
And trash and tents and whatever. So
And this is the White House. You want to be able to entertain.
The nation's capital should be clean and nice, and the White House should be big enough to entertain.
Right. And it's not. Well, you know that more. I've only been there once or twice, but you were there
very
for
small.
a long time. You were there for 2 years, right?
Not quite. Well, yeah, 2 years actually.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, and then with the campaign as well. But it needed to be bigger. I mean, other places, when you go to other countries, they're usually way, way, way bigger. I mean, the White House is small, and you really cannot fit very many people in that room. It was tough to do events.
Right. And, now we have new security threats, so you have to take, you just have to do it. And, that really just disgust me. Gavin Newsom has on his X page pictures of the construction behind the White House saying, this is what President Trump doesn't want anyone to see. Well, that's BS. That's
BS. That's what happens when you're building.
Also, there's a backhoe. There's some equipment, some heavy equipment back there.
Go figure.
And they are tearing down what looks to me like walls that were built. It's certainly not when our country was new, but not.
Look,
this is like
par for the course, and in fact, it's really overdue.
Yeah. So what they're tearing down back there looks to me kind of like a motel, a motor court. I love motor courts, but it doesn't look all that great. So it is going to be spectacular.
Well, look, and there's a West Wing. The West Wing was added. Hello. There was just the house, and then West Wing was added. The East Wing was added, and now basically President Trump is adding to the East Wing. So there's room for visitors to have proper state dinners and other events.
And by the way, they're saying he didn't want anybody to see this is a big secret. Well, we watched the press conference yesterday.
He said, stuff.
He said, listen to that. That's the
love
sound of construction. I love the sound of construction.
Because
although this construction is costing me money.
But he did that before the White House. So of course he loves building things. He's a builder.
He's a builder. I'm going to give you a little
honey,
a little West Wing television show trivia. What?
May I show the hat early on, because some people have complained we show the hat late and there's not enough time. So this is the
elementary,
hat.
My dear Watson.
I love this hat. I know I say it every week, but I love all of my hats.
She does. She has a rather unusual attraction and attachment to all of her chapeaus.
I love this hat. It's all wool.
Oh,
it is
that's
so
great.
well made.
This is the real deal. That's got to be made in Scotland.
I don't know. I couldn't tell. It didn't say, but it's really well made. It's beautiful.
Nope, you can't tell.
And it's great for the season. I know. I looked. I didn't see where it was made.
No, you can't see. I don't know.
I didn't see a name, but anyway, it is great quality.
That's handmade. It's got to be a handmade hat. There's no way that's made on a machine. No, that's beautiful. Anyway, there's the hat. We will let you know the question in a moment. See if I can still do this.
Oh, nice. Nicely done.
Who am I? I'm sorry, Ollie. I'm sorry.
Oliver Hardy. Stanley.
Stan Laurel. Yes, Stan Laurel.
I was getting there. I'm
sorry, Ollie. I'm sorry.
Stan
Laurel.
Of Laurel and Hardy.
And Hardy. And if you remember, if I can remember, Blazing Saddles. We'd like to offer a Laurel and Hardy handshake.
That's
it was great. Jinx.
Jinx.
So this is the hat. I'm going to put it over here on yonder bottle of Tennessee Legend whiskey. But the television show, The West Wing.
Baby, I'm going to do the question. That was the whole point of getting the hat out. Okay, so model the hat again. So it's a twofer because it's actually still pretty easy, but
twofer.
It's a twofer.
Don't tell them it's easy. What if they don't know? Every time you say that and I don't know, I feel like an idiot. And I haven't known anything.
Okay, the twofer is, what president was known as Old Hickory,
Yeah.
and what number? Which president?
What number president was
What order?
he or she? Don't want to give any
There's
spoilers.
no she's.
I know. I'm
There
being
aren't
funny.
any
I'm being
female
funny.
presidents yet.
There
should
is in
be, but
Japan.
not. That's great,
There is in
but
Japan.
not here.
First female president. Maybe anywhere, because you wouldn't call a prime minister no. So I think so. In Japan. Good for you, Japan.
So the president.
Bummer for you, Hillary.
The president known as Old Hickory, who is it, and what number president is he? That's the question.
It is a twofer. Okay.
Like what order
Can I-
president? I don't think I have to really push. I think you all know what I'm talking
Can
about.
I talk
but-
about West Wing now?
Yeah, but what number is President Trump for fun? Do you know?
45 and 47.
That's right. So this president we're talking about, what number is he? And
He wasn't
what's his name?
He wasn't elected twice, I'm guessing.
No,
But another president was. That should be one of your questions.
I know it will be.
And there was a break in between those two presidencies as
Same-
well.
Same situation, same dynamic. So down the road, that will be a question.
Down
Well
the
done,
road,
honey.
that will be a question. So, the West Wing television show was shot at Burbank Studios. I think by the time they were there, it was called Warner Brothers yet again. They shot on stages 28 and 28A. And there was they call it an elephant door in between the two. And that show was known, and then I think ER might have beat it, but they had the longest single hallway set in Hollywood from 28 to 28A. That's where we shot Dukes of Hazzard. We were by our third season,
Inside?
second or third season, yeah. So they took over our sound stages,
Okay.
where we had the police station and boss's office and Roscoe's office and the interior of the Boar's Nest and the Duke Farm. That was on 28 and 28A. So we were not replaced when we were gone. It was the West Wing. I think that's pretty funny. It went from Hazard County somewhere to the West Wing in the White House. But I guarantee you, the set was bigger than the actual White House. They always do that. Tyler Perry has the White House. He rebuilt the White House. He has the Oval Office. Has everything sitting there at Fort McPherson. And I was on that set too. But I think it's pretty cool that Dukes of Hazzard and the West Wing, that's what they have in common.
There you go.
Yep, Rob Lowe and the gang. And my gosh, what's his name?
He was great in that.
But also, my gosh, who was the president? He was amazing.
Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen. Yep. Excuse me, Charlie's dad.
Excuse me. Oh,
I
I
feel
feel
much better. We were just had breakfast. I am sorry. That's terrible.
Why are you burping so much? Do you want me to open up your shirt?
Don't you
Would it make
dare.
feel better?
No,
'Cause
no.
here's the thing. I love snaps because you can open it up very easily. It's easy access. It's fabulous. I thought it might help you if I opened it up.
Why are
I'm just wondering. It might. Because you're burping.
It's a wonder
lot.
I have
Maybe it's-
any hair left because I scratch my head about 80% of the day. It's like, what are you talking about? Anyhow,
It could help because maybe it's too tight. I'm just thinking of you.
what are you saying? My shirts are too tight.
No.
The shirt's not too tight. It fits
No,
fine.
But if I open it up, you might
That's
feel
it. I'm
better.
putting it all the way up. After all that, I'm going to go all Mr. Rogers on you now.
So last night we were in Louisville, Kentucky, and
Yes, we
John performed. Are you sure you don't want me to help you open that up?
I don't want this one done up. Okay, maybe my neck has gotten a little fatter. Ah, don't you dare! Stop it! Last night we were in Louisville, Kentucky, at a wonderful place at Old Forester, actually.
Great bourbon.
A great bourbon. We met the family. I think the family that owns Old Forester. They were great. They're there in support of Senator Smith, whose son is a doctor. So he, of course, is Dr. Smith. Danger, danger. He's too young to even understand
And
what that
I
means.
loved it because they mentioned that he went to Hanover, where I went and graduated, but he only went a
He's
year.
going there. Oh, he only went
No,
one
he
year?
only went a year.
Oh.
It's like, I got to get out because
Spit him
Hanover-
out, did it? Oh, well.
Hanover is tough. And I'm not. He's going to be a doctor, so obviously he could handle it. But it's just a different. It's a different atmosphere.
But you made it.
I did barely.
I get a headache
tough.
when I drive through Hanover.
Hanover's tough, but he's going to be a doctor, so he made it. But he needed like.
Did
more
they say
of a
what kind of
state
doctor?
school, Gastro,
Oh, fantastic.
tummy doctor.
A tummy doctor. Well, I need
Yeah.
him because obviously we were watching.
You're burping.
We were watching. I don't know how we wound up seeing it, but there was a Dean Martin celebrity roast, and they were roasting Betty White, and
And how can you
and
roast
she was
Betty
so
White?
young.
She's perfect, and she's
So
so
young.
innocent. And how do you even roast her? But they
She
did.
never played innocent. She always played a little sultry. Not quite as sultry as Rue McClanahan, but Betty White was always just a little, And I worked with Betty White. I did a show, actually the first episode of Hot in Cleveland. The reason why the gals stayed in Cleveland was because of me. Did you know that? Me and my buddies, because
I didn't watch it.
they were eating their
What
lunch
was it
and they were
about?
feeling they got stuck in Cleveland, and they were at a kind of a sports bar, and they were eating and they were feeling so guilty because they were eating these French fries and the hamburgers, and
Why
guys
feel guilty about
guys
that?
came in because they came from California, I think.
Oh, right,
And they're like,
right.
oh, the guilty pleasure.
Because they're going to eat
And
tofu.
wow, you girls don't eat very much, do you? And they were like, we're in love. So I did that show, and that's why they stayed in Cleveland. So it was pretty great.
Really?
Valerie and the gang. So that's when I worked with Betty White. Had a ball. She was a sweetheart. We had the same agent for years and years, named Tony Fantozzi. I know, that's right. Nice Irish name, right? No, so
That's
Tony
funny.
Tony Fantozzi is still
Fantozzi.
kicking,
Oh my God.
but he's a
Well, of
lot
course.
like
His name's Fantozzi.
Fantozzi. Oh, he's still kicking. I get it.
Da-dum-dum.
But what was I going to say? Oh my gosh, I forgot my train of thought. Imagine that.
It happens all the time. I don't know why.
So Tony was Betty's
Agent.
was Betty's
And your
agent and
agent.
my agent,
And she got roasted.
and she got
Dean
and
Martin.
Foster Brooks was there, and Foster Brooks. What I understand about Foster Brooks is he actually didn't drink, but he played a drunk. He played an amazing inebriate, and in this particular roast, he actually fell over backwards. He was like, well, and whoa, he fell over backwards. And there
That
wasn't a
takes
pad
time.
or anything down there. He just did it. It was called a pratfall in comedy. You used to do comedy, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe you should do it again.
I think you need a flak jacket now to do comedy. You can't make off-color jokes anymore. It's just
Oh, I see. All
political
kinds of
environment-
off-color
the political
jokes. As long as you
environment
make
is-
fun of white
It's just-
Republicans, you're
right.
fine.
Well, that's true, but I'm a white Republican. I guess I just make fun of myself.
Self-deprecating humor. Why not?
Yeah,
Don Rickles. You know, the world fell apart when Don Rickles passed away.
it's just crazy that everyone's so sensitive and the woke and the politically incorrect and it's like, oh my God, you're so racist.
Oh, you
and
can't
you're
say
so
that, or-
bad and you're a bigot or whatever. You know, all these things because comics back in the day or even maybe 5 years ago would make fun of everybody. Everybody got it, but now you can't make fun of anybody. That's comedy.
Well, you know,
It's
somebody's
funny.
going to just do it, and then it's all going to be okay. I remember a great joke back in the 80s in Los Angeles. They said, how does every single gay joke start? Ready? Like this. That's how they all started. 'Cause everybody was looking around. But it's the same, you know, how does every Democrat, the difference is Democrats yell out the Republican jokes, but Democrats, you know, kind of are the jokes. At least these days. I know I gripe and complain about Chuck Schumer every week, but he's still there. He's still blaming us when they have the power. They don't seem to understand. We are not going to give in on this make the taxpayers pay for illegal immigrants' health care. We're not going to, President Trump and nobody on our side is going to budge on that. Why would we?
Well,
Why
President
would we?
Trump, the administration is going all in of getting rid of the illegal aliens. And in fact, yesterday they had a big old raid at Canal Street in New York, and they went crazy. The liberals went crazy with that. But it were these folks from Africa and they sell illegal stuff. You know, purses and all that. You've all seen that.
Oh, that's where you get all the knockoff stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
apparently, these illegal aliens, they're very aggressive and kind of mean. And they have, and I wouldn't say that just to say it, but I saw it on tape about how, you know, and they were really awful to the folks questioning them or whatever. And they were talking about how they're there and they're like hateful and mean all the time. You know, because think about it. If you're in another country and you're illegal and you're selling illegal stuff, you're going to constantly be asked about it, of course. And finally, they're moving on it and they got rid of them. Well, hello, you're illegal aliens. That's what happens. And you're moving illegal stuff.
And this was ICE. We're
Double
pro-ICE.
Oh, yeah. Tell them about your song, honey.
Well, they've heard it. They've heard it. 'Cause
I
it's
know,
been,
but tell 'em
we're pro-ICE. But imagine
that you're
going.
redoing it.
Imagine
It makes it better.
going to another country. A celebrity. Imagine me going to another country, and I've got, you know, the Dukes of Hazzard.
And we're selling
was
illegal
big in
stuff.
France, and I'm selling my 8x10s. You know, on a not even in a
Expired
kiosk,
Visa.
on a corner somewhere.
I
I'm
know.
selling, right?
But
And
expired visa. John's an illegal. Say he went to England. I mean, in England's
Right,
going to be
and
the
I've snuck in there
friendliest,
somehow.
probably.
And a what do you call him? And it's not a constable. Anyway, a police officer comes up to me.
Bobby.
A Bobby, that's England, not in France. So a police
Mm-hmm.
officer comes up to me on a street corner in France
Sir.
and
what are you
says, "Can
selling?
I see your?" And I give him a ration of crap.
May I see your papers?
I say, "What are you doing? You have no right to stop me." Well, of course he does.
Yeah.
So the fact that these folks are indignant about people doing their job, enforcing the law. Hello, Zach Ryan or Brian or whatever the hell your name is. These people are enforcing the law. And the laws are not absurd. These laws are not arduous. These laws are like every other country in the world. If you are here, where is your passport? Where is your visa?
They're an
Where
illegal
is
alien selling illegal stuff. Bye.
right? So where is your permission slip? Where is your hall pass?
And they were
I'm the hall
nasty
monitor.
people about
Where
it.
is your hall pass?
Like they had the right to be there. No,
They
you
don't have the right to be. It's
No,
just
you don't.
absurd. And there are moronic Democrats and moronic socialist communists like this Mondamni
Oh,
dude
boy.
who somehow say that it's an atrocity that these law enforcement agencies, ICE or police, are enforcing the law. This is terrible. This has to stop. You can't stop. You can't enforce the law in Manhattan. That's what they're saying. I don't understand it. I think they're doubling down on stupid because we took men out of women's sports. I think they're grasping at
Yeah,
anything
but
they
I
can.
think even worse, they think Mondami's going to win, so they think that soon
Well-
they're going to be able to do whatever they want. It's going to be terrible.
I'll tell you what's going to happen
If
if
he
Mondami wins.
it's going to be terrible.
And people say, "Oh, why? You're being, you're exaggerating." No,
No, we're
What's
not.
going to happen in Mondamni's world is the wealthy people, or the people, and you know, wealthy is a very loose description too. So the people who make over a certain amount of money, it costs a lot of money to live in Manhattan.
It does.
So it may be if it's people who make over $200,000 or $300,000 a year. I don't know what it is, but you know it costs more in Manhattan to park your car than you or we are paying for our mortgage. It's just the truth. So what's going to happen if he wins is all the people who make over a certain amount of money are going to be buying the free lunch for all the people who either don't want to work or can't work, or who are here illegally. Who have gotten free health care. There's no such thing as free health care. Somebody's going to pay for it.
Somebody's paying for it.
And it's going to be the people that make over a certain amount of money. And it's not going to be George Soros who funded the No Kings bull crap. So what's going to happen
And you know
is they're going to leave.
Baby, they use
They're just going to leave. I'm sorry, I got to
They
finish this. Let me
I-
finish this thought.
okay.
So what's going to happen is the people who Mondamni is going to take money from in order to pay for all these transient folks, they're just going to leave. They're going to, and don't say they won't, because they left California.
Yep.
A bunch of them left Manhattan already.
And went to Florida and
Yep.
Texas.
They're just going to say, you know what, screw you, clown.
And Tennessee.
We're
in
outta
Tennessee
here.
now. We're in Nashville now, and a lot of people came here as well. But that is not good for LA, not good for San Francisco, not good for New York.
So if no one is left in Manhattan
To pay the bills.
except the people who fall under that number, what happens?
Snake Plissken comes.
Nobody. I thought you were dead. Nobody pays nobody, which means now I did Grand Hotel. It was a long time ago, 1990, 1991.
Honey, we
And
sing
there
a
was
line from that, please.
I am Felix Amadeus Benvenuto von Geiger. Anyway, that was my name. And I would click my heels, but I have on sneakers. You couldn't
But
hear
can
them.
you
It would
sing?
sound like this.
When
No,
you-
let me finish the thought.
I know, everybody gets mad
No.
at me. Yeah, in a rat. Well, I'm
So-
married to him. I can do it. It's my job. Go ahead. I love you.
I was in Manhattan during a trash collectors strike.
Woo!
And they wound up at the negotiating table after about a week. So a week in Manhattan without the trash being picked up,
That ain't good.
there was trash everywhere. You have no idea how much trash
that's
accumulates. And not just on 42nd Street, but I'm talking about right down Park Avenue and Fifth Avenue. It was terrible, and it was in July.
Oh my gosh.
So
Yikes.
imagine if Mondamne gets elected mayor of New York, and this utopian society where nobody has to work except the people who
Work.
actually work. Now, if they go away, then
It's Armageddon.
there's nobody picking up trash. There's nobody doing anything. It will be Escape from New York. It will be that. That's what the Snake Plissken reference was.
So that was Kurt Russell, and he played Snake Plissken.
And it was directed by John Carpenter, a wonderful movie.
Escape from New York and Escape from LA, right? Both? I think he did
I think
both.
so. And every time anybody ran into Snake Plissken, they said, "I thought
Thought
you
you
were
were
dead."
dead.
But this is the harsh reality of what will happen if Mondamne gets elected, and it's what he basically has said. So we're not saying this is a guy. I'm going to say something good about him. He's not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes. He is telling you exactly what he's going to do, and what he's going to do is going to be a tragic event for Manhattan. So what do? We are supporting, now this is going to sound completely out of character, but I'm going with Dee Dee on this one. She doesn't believe that the Republican candidate has as my mother would say, a snowball's chance in hell of winning. So this guy is in the way because he's going to take enough votes away from Cuomo that Mondamne
Yep.
will win.
I really hope it's Andrew Cuomo. He's not perfect, but he's better than the
He's a
crazy
Democrat.
socialist.
Yep.
He's a communist. Socialist, are you kidding me? Running New York City? It's a disaster.
It's insane. There are no harder working people. When you go to Manhattan and you see these folks that run the little kiosks out there, you see these folks that run the diners, and it's kind of like a constant farmer's market. If you haven't been to Manhattan, that probably sounds odd. What? It's like a farmer's? It is.
Yeah.
It's like a farmer's market. It's kind of like Paris in that you go down and you get your corn from somebody you know, and you get your bread from somebody you know, your coffee from somebody else you know, and you come home with your basket. I mean, it really is quite wonderful. But those people work their butts off and probably don't want to pay for illegal health care. I'm just guessing. And so it's a big problem.
They have trouble paying for their own. 'Cause
Yes.
they're independent business people,
Yep.
and it's hard.
A permit. I mean, I tell you what, I'm going to try to find out. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to try to find out what a permit is for just a Euro stand on the corner of somewhere and somewhere else in Manhattan. I'll bet you it is a staggering amount of money. So, hardworking people there. There's hardworking people everywhere. And I'm not saying Democrats don't work hard, but I am saying that my observation is that there's a Democrat tendency to want to buy votes by buying allegiance by giving people something for nothing. I don't know any Republicans who believe giving something to somebody for nothing is a good idea. And I'm going to go out on a line and say I don't know very many Republicans that want to be given something for nothing. We have a tendency to want to work.
I want my
MTV.
Money in for nothing but the chicks for free. I don't understand that line. Do you know what that means? Microwave
They get their money for
oven.
nothing. We got to move these microwave ovens. These were movers who were moving someone into a house, and there was somebody there that they didn't like. I'm not going to say the words, but he's got his
okay.
own jet airplane. He's a millionaire.
Got
He
it,
doesn't
got
work
it.
for his money. We work for our money. That's what that was. Then that
Okay.
kind of merged into MTV. I want my MTV.
But can I
That
tell
was,
you all something positive about New York? So
I just did.
John, yeah, agreed, but this is even better. So John is
What's
performing.
up with this? I look like a
This-
TV evangelist. God, and now I look like Don King.
Johnny Bravo. So John's performing December 5th in New York
Yeah, thanks, Dee Dee.
at the Green Room 42. I believe, yeah, the Green Room 42. So get your tickets because they'll go fast. They're already selling. And it will be lovely. And John is doing a Christmas show. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, that was news to me.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. But
It's the most
but you've
wonderful
you've got a
time.
Christmas album, so
I know, but I don't have a band to play it, so I'm going to do
you don't
stuff
have
like
to have
this.
a band and play it.
Well, you kind of.
No, Larry Hong
Oh.
did the tracks. It'll be great. But the Green Room 42, December 5th, be there. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing.
It's not that many seats.
No, it's,
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light beams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams.
it's gonna be an awesome show. You
Written
all
in a
should come.
foxhole, by the way, by someone who knew they were in World War I. They knew they were not coming home for Christmas. One of the most beautiful songs
If
ever.
only in
Yeah.
my dreams.
Anyhow, call me old. Here's a new.
Oh, yikes. Ooh.
Call me old fashioned. I'm just a good old country guy. I was born with some back road notions that I'll keep till I die. I still say yes, sir, and no, ma'am. I sure as hell still open the door. I was gonna go to the Super Bowl, but I ain't going anymore. 'Cause that halftime show's a dumpster fire, and I have to confess, this good old-fashioned country guy will watch reruns instead. I'm thinking maybe Dukes of Hazzard. That's a new song we're gonna do. On the internet, but also this one's trying to set up a party at what we're calling the Bow's Nest in Hazard, Kentucky,
And February 8th,
to
the day
watch
of
the Super Bowl, but to turn that sucker off. Click.
Super Bowl
During
viewing
the
party.
halftime entertainment.
So
where-
then John will have his own little concert.
Right, where we've been told that we have to learn Spanish by then if we want to understand the lyrics. Well, guess what, Bunny?
No, ain't
I don't
happening.
care about the lyrics. I'm not going to do it, and we're going to do our own show anyway. So it's going to be fun. That's going to be at the Bow's Nest. We're going to call it that, at least for that day. And then I forget what I call it in the Earls of Perry. We're getting closer to the Earls of Perry. Now we have to wait for spring. But that's okay. We have a bunch of cars we have to get together. I was coordinating a couple of cars today. Another Challenger. The hero car in the Earls of Perry is going to be a 2016 T-top Hellcat Challenger that is orange with a 00 on the door, because the 00 is the only car to ever beat that other car. But of course, that was Cam Cutler, and he cheated. He cheated. And this particular orange car is going to be called the General Jackson. How about them apples?
And how apropos.
Apropos, ooh. Edgar Allan apropos. I love that. So.
And we saw Coy this last weekend, so that was fun.
Byron. We had a great time in Albany. Kentucky, and then Livingston, Tennessee, as they say it in Tennessee.
Wonderful
Tennessee.
Weekend.
It was a great venue. What was the name of that? The Steel
and Oak.
Steel and Oak. Oh my gosh.
Oh no! Oh my God! I can't believe I got that wrong. The Iron and Oak.
Iron and Oak. Sorry.
I'm gonna double, triple check because it's like
triple
Steel,
check.
Iron, Oak. Oh boy.
But it was fantastic.
Let me make sure I get
and
it right.
Well, you can fix it. We had a great time, and also after that, the next day we went out. It was so funny. Maybe I'll tell you what, Tony. I'm going to send you the video because we
Iron and Oak.
Iron and Oak.
What
we
a
went
great
out
name.
on a houseboat the next day, and when we got to the marina, the folks we were going to go out on the houseboat with, they had a party barge, and the gal kept looking over her shoulder. I'm like, what's going on? What, is somebody chasing us?
To
and
get
I
us
turned
to
around.
the boat because there's a huge storm.
There was a wall of water like
uh-oh.
coming in. And I think I have video about that. It was pretty funny. But we had a wonderful time with them. It was great marina. And it was really a tremendous weekend. At Albany, it was there was a car show that I didn't get to see, but I found out that there was a car show because as everybody was leaving, I guess they kind of lifted the sound ordinance, and nobody got in trouble for laying a little patch of rubber on Main Street there, because there was some serious horsepower going down the street. It was fantastic. We had a great time. The Chamber of Commerce, everybody. I helped judge the pumpkin dessert contest, and I did not have the deciding vote, but my favorite actually did win. It was a pumpkin log, I guess you'd call it, kind of a pumpkin
and there's like a tart,
pastry wrapped in. No, that came in second.
Oh, okay. All
That
right.
looked like a McDonald's apple pie, you know.
Okay.
But it was pumpkin, and it was kind of a cross between pumpkin pie and an apple fritter. And if you know anything about me, I'm all about those apple fritters. You know, they're pretty darn great. So it was terrific. We had a wonderful time, and it was great seeing Byron. Listen to me, I'm hoarse again. Call me old-fashioned. I'm a good old country guy.
Singing in ton. You performed last night. You performed last weekend. I mean, you've been
I
doing
did.
that.
I did a
I'm
great
very
old
proud of
song.
you. You're getting it
Oh,
done.
shucks. You talk to them for a second. I'm going to tune this guitar, and I'm going to do that one little song for them that I did for the guy that is part of the old Forrester family. I could see that every word I said was about him.
So yeah, John performed last night in Louisville, and we stayed at the Silbach Hotel, which is the oldest hotel in Louisville. And F. Scott Fitzgerald stayed there. A lot of presidents stayed there. It's one of those old grand hotels.
F. Scott Fitzgerald wrote The Great Gatsby, right?
And he even references the Silbach Hotel in the Great Gatsby.
The Robert Redford one. They actually
Right.
filmed some in there.
Right. Where
Robert Redford, Mia Farrow, I
Daisy
believe.
Buchanan,
Sam Watterson.
Tom Buchanan. So anyway, so they had their, in the book, The Great Gatsby, they had their wedding at the Silbach, but a ton of, that was like the place to go. And the room was okay, because you know, a lot of times the old hotels, tough to keep up in the rooms, but I will tell you that the foyer and the bar, and oh my gosh.
Well, shoot, here's a
gorgeous.
picture of me during the first time I went to the Kentucky Derby. Dee Dee took a picture of me in the lobby there. So here's a
On the
picture.
stairs, on the
Check
stairs.
that out. Yeah, Tony, slip that in there if you can.
And then the Hustler, was it the Hustler or the, what was it with
Hustler with Paul Newman and Jackie Gleason.
So
about
they have an
movie
old
about
billi-
Minnesota Fats.
Yeah, so they have an old billiards room, which is absolutely gorgeous. And then they put that in another movie too. So anyway, John and I love the historic theaters, the historic hotels. It's just, it's wonderful. Other than like big box anything, we don't care for that. We like mom and pop businesses and old historic hotels
Yep.
and old historic theaters. So that's what we mean. Here and there, we're going to go to other places if we have to, but that's our preference. Because to us, it's American history, Americana.
I still want to go back to
Baghdad.
Red Boiling Spring. Well, Baghdad Cafe, that's in California, but Red Boiling
Oh my
Springs.
gosh, that was
There is a
amazing.
hotel there that I think
And we just-
is supposed to be open by now. It was like 8 stories tall, 400 rooms. It was the first elevator in Texas, and they were renovating the hotel in I think it's called Red Boiling Springs,
We have seen,
Texas.
We're not even close to being done with our tour of America, celebrating the 250th birthday of our country, which is coming up next year.
He was burning tires by the light of the moon on a Georgia country road. He was hauling moonshine in the truck of his car, laying on the Dixie horn. He was trying his best not to get caught by the sheriff and his gang. Radar on the dash and a dog named Flash. It was Roscoe P. Coltrane. Could you? He drove a 69 orange Dodge Charger with a 01 on the side. A 44 Magnum V8 engine. Skinner's flag was flying high. He was Bo and Luke in love with Daisy Duke in TV's most famous ride. He was only 12, but he was raising hell every Friday night. Here's the one that the guy from Old Forester was like, oh my God, that's me. He would slide across the hood of Dad's car just as cool could be. He had a Huffy bike, it was painted just like he even called it General Lee. And every Friday night on a TV set when old Waylon played that song, he was just a good old boy, wouldn't change if he could, so he cranked it up and sang along. In his mind he drove a 69 orange Dodge Charger with a 01 on the side. A 440 Magnum V8 engine. Skinner's flag was flying high. He was Bo and Luke in love with Daisy Duke in TV's most famous ride. He was only 12, but he was raising hell every Friday night. Yeah, he was only 12, but he was raising hell every Friday night. Yeah!
All I know is everyone loves Dukes of Hazzard. Everyone loves John. It is crazy. Even yesterday when we had a bit of a room collection, a gal came up. She's like, oh my gosh, I got in so much trouble because I would jump stuff and I hit my head.
Did you
and
get somebody in trouble?
I didn't. No, but she said she got in trouble because she
Don't
jumped
let
something.
this pretty face fool you.
Because she did. She jumped something and hit her head. Remember the gal that changed her
Oh,
room
that's
now?
right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yep.
Dukes of
She was
Hazzard
great.
fans everywhere. It was really great.
Still, it's amazing. It truly is amazing. So we're hoping that there's going to be that all Dukes of Hazzard fans, of course, will not stop being Dukes of Hazzard fans, but they will become Earls of Perry fans.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
So we have a very busy schedule coming up. We're going to be in Savannah, Georgia, November 1st.
You want to reinstate your question in case I'm sure they already answered it.
Oh, for sure. No doubt. I'll say it again,
Okay.
but I'm sure someone answered it. So to get this hat, which is amazing, it's wool and it's really well done. Looks a bit Sherlock Holmes-ish, right?
That's why I did that. Mm-hmm. I just am fresh out of magnifying
But
glasses.
the question
at the moment.
is, what president is known as Old Hickory, and what number president is he?
And it's hard. You know, it's a
It's structured.
Yep, but it's obviously hand stitched. I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
if
no, it's great.
see here,
quality.
look. Obviously,
In a
hand
certain
stitched.
store, you'd get that for like $250. And that's how much it would cost.
Oh, easily,
And
because
it's
it's
in
it's
perfect
yeah.
condition.
Yep. So you got to answer that question.
But also on November 8th, we all want you to come and see John in Las Vegas, the real Vegas, Fremont Street. John prefers Fremont Street. And again, that goes back to the historic part of our world, of our country. We love that. Fremont Street.
I
was
believe
what,
it's the
first
original
street?
Vegas. Well,
I think it is.
Well, but they say that the first hotel built was the Flamingo, I think. But I think, and that's on
yeah.
what is now the Strip. So I'm not sure if Fremont Street followed
I don't know.
the dream of Bugsy Siegel, who apparently didn't want to be called Bugsy. He'd shoot you and give you cement shoes if you called him that.
Uh-oh.
Warren Beatty played Bugsy Siegel
Great
in
movie.
In a movie called. It's so funny. The movie I believe is called Bugsy,
Bugsy.
and the lead character will kill anybody who calls him Bugsy. So it's a little odd.
And he married Annette Bening, who starred Annette, and they nicknamed her
That's where they met,
the
right?
Flamingo. Yes, but her nickname back in the day, I mean, it was based on a true story of his woman, and they called her the Flamingo.
Well,
So that was
I
it.
think that's pretty. She must have had long legs with knees that bent the wrong way.
Don't know, but
Not you,
weirdly-
Annette. Not you, Annette Penny.
no, she's great. I've met her. I've met Warren. They're nice people. So, but
That's like Paul's best buddy, right?
yeah,
I think that's cool. Is that Paul's hat? No, Paul's hat is home.
yeah.
That's my Reagan hat. That was
The
Paul's hat.
Reagan Stetson.
This was given to me by Cody McCarver. This is a great hat.
It's beautiful.
And, as soon as I get a hat, here's what I learned when I did Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, or when I did Stagecoach, is the costumer will bring you in and ask you if you're right-handed or left-handed, because there are right-handed hats
Oh,
and
I
the
didn't know
left-handed
that.
hats.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
there are. And this is a right-handed hat because, hats that are symmetrical, they're just off a shelf. They're wannabe cowboy hats. Really, I'm sorry.
Wanna be a cowboy?
Now, a lot of people will take such amazing care of their hats. Like Tim McGraw's hat is perfect, but he probably takes it off like that.
Right.
Pays reverence to the hat. Me, I take that and I brush the dust
He
off
does.
myself and everything, and I think it drives Cody a little crazy. I think it does. But what they would do at Western Costume, stop it, at Western Costume, you'd come in, and I did that for Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, and I did it for Stagecoach. I did some of their Western, Sons of Paradise, I did with Jack Elam, and it was great fun. I played Pat Garrett. And are you going to go on your phone again while I'm talking? It's
Look,
really not what should happen.
Honey, I'm listening. They're listening, but I'm looking if something's trending. I always look to see if something happens during the
Yeah,
show.
but people aren't watching this while you're looking and said what's
But it
trending
will-
now won't be trending when they
but
do
it'll
that.
still be
So
fresh and
anyway,
new.
what would happen is that you would grab the hat and then they had a little like a paper plate that had motor oil in it, and it sounds crazy, but the motor oil was dirty motor oil, and you'd put your hand kind of in the. I don't have anything I can. Well, imagine this was so you'd put your hand in the motor oil, and then you would do some things with your hat that you normally would do, so that the marks on your hat were specific to you and your actions. I think that's great. Then they would also take a little motor oil and they would put it here, probably not on a white hat, but so that the sweat, because when you wear a hat all day, you're out running the cattle, you wear a hat all day, you sweat through the hat band, and you wind up with sweat up here. But it's sweat that is basically specific to you, how you sweat. So these were tricks I learned way back when. So you go to Western Costume, and of course, these weren't new hats. These were hats that were ripped, and they were like, I wore one of John Wayne's hats once in, I think the hat I had on in Stagecoach was a actual John Wayne hat. And it was torn because he had done this so many times with it that the felt actually tore. So watch some of those old movies or watch Stagecoach, and you'll see that the great pains were taken to make sure that the wardrobe was actually part of the characterization. So I don't know why I got on that big tangent, but it did give Dee Dee a moment to find out what's trending. What's trending? Hats and motor oil, maybe?
Eddie Murphy.
Uh-oh. Why?
Because he's doing a kind of a documentary about himself on Netflix, Being Eddie. And we just read, or I did, I don't know if it's true or not, that a country music singer is doing the same thing. You know, the tall guy.
I think it's odd to do a special on yourself. Of course, I did John Schneider Back Home way back when. Love Eddie Murphy. I remember.
He's so funny. He's so great. I love Eddie Murphy too.
Yep,
So
I think he's
would
great.
watch it.
Sure, we just watched. I think we talked about this last week. We just watched I Like Me, which
John
was
Candy.
about John Candy. It was great.
You know, the Eddie Murphy deal would be great. So, but I don't remember his name. I'm not familiar with him really. The tall, big guy. I told you he's doing it for Netflix. I mean, you can't believe anything these days on the internet.
No, in
It's all
fact, I
big
just
stuff.
saw a big a post by Ronnie Dunn, who was kind of apologizing and saying, "Don't believe everything you read at the same time," because I guess a bunch of stuff had been coming out about Brooks and Dunn or concerts they're doing that they're not. I mean, they have
Yeah,
nothing
I
to
saw
do with that. No, it was Blake Shelton you're talking about.
Oh,
Blake.
right.
Talking about
He
Blake.
said he's doing the same thing in maybe.
I'm a pretty
I don't
big
know.
guy. Blake Shelton is a very big, very big guy.
I mean, like size-wise, John's a big guy. He is.
Oh, and that hat on Blake Shelton would look like this hat on me. But another person, Jimmy Best, Roscoe, wore like almost a size 8. It was like a 7 3/4 hat. I wear a 7. No, I wear a. Anyway, it was almost a size 8 because I remember putting Roscoe's hat on once. I don't know why, but I don't know if Bo was supposed to or not, but he did this. It was funny. And you actually will see this in Little House, or
On a prairie?
Best Little Whorehouse. No, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Charlie Durning did this move, and I guarantee you he got it from James Best. Now, Jimmy Best was not in Best Little Whorehouse with Bert, but he was in Hooper just before it, and The End before that. But Jimmy Best, I think, made this up.
Yeah.
So Charlie Durning said, "Ooh, I love to dance, a little sidestep. Now they see me, now they don't, I come." And then go. He's talking about, like, don't print it, strictly off the record. He's talking about a politician who's lying. Gosh, I can't believe I just remembered that song. That was James Cagney.
I know.
James Cagney in Yankee
Yankee
Doodle
Doodle
Dandy.
Dandy.
Don't print it, strictly off the record.
Off the record.
Yeah, oh, that's a great movie. We just watched.
And it's such a great movie.
That's one of the reasons I got in show business is I saw Jimmy Cagney singing and dancing and writing and acting and doing all these things. He was playing George M. Cohan, and a intensely patriotic man. He wrote Over There. He wrote a lot of the
And
songs.
the Yanks are coming.
Right.
The Yanks are coming.
We associate much of our initial patriotic songs were written by George M. Cohan, and James Cagney played him in the movie.
So good.
And I saw that, and I thought, that's what I want to do that, or that's what I'm supposed to do. I love that.
We're doing
And I saw it on the 4th of July, born on the 4th of July. So
And then we saw Snoopy last night.
we watched Great Pumpkin. I forgot
Oh, I'm
that,
sorry, the
that
night before.
it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter
I'm just being
to
honest.
me.
But
We both do
Snoopy was a World War One.
Flying ace. He was. He was
10,
after the
20,
Red Baron.
30, 40, 50 or more.
Curse you, Red Baron. That show had such an impact on me as a kid. We watched it the other night, and I forgot that Linus was disappointed because,
The Great
spoiler
Pumpkin
alert,
didn't come.
Didn't show up.
Didn't
show up.
And Lucy had to go out like it.
oh, she's such a pill, but she did
I love
bring
her.
she did bring poor Linus in
Her little brother.
and cover him
No,
up.
she set the alarm at 4 a.m. because she knew he'd be out there in that pumpkin patch waiting for the great pumpkin. So she set the alarm. She went and got him, put him in bed. It was cute.
So oddly enough, some of our basic humanitarian skills were taught to us by Lucy.
Any other day, I mean, we did have like a homeless kid.
We have 3 minutes.
To our door, and we gave him everything we could. We gave him blankets and
A pillow.
and
Yeah, it was late at night.
stuff,
We had just gotten home,
after a long
and
trip.
I will tell you, I was tired, and I was initially very
Cranky.
standoffish. I was cranky, and I thought, this is not me. So I said, "Hey, I apologize. Do you need a pillow? Do you need a hey, baby? Can we have a jacket? We have a coat?"
So we gave
Because
him
it
all
had
of
just
it.
gotten cold, and
We
hope
gave
that
him-
he's enjoying
Doing
those
better.
things, and working toward not being in that position anymore. But you don't do that by I don't believe you do that by getting free stuff. I believe you do that by finding someone who believes in you,
And I
being
didn't
willing
see
to work,
that.
and finding someone who believes in you and says,
didn't-
I'll give you a shot.
I didn't see him, but he seemed very apologetic. Like, I don't want to be here, but
Well, and no, he seemed fine. He just, he's down on his luck. There's a difference between people who are going through a bad phase and people who kind
You
of take
want me.
advantage,
You want me.
of other people's heart. And and it's very difficult to tell the difference. I mean, and who knows? And of course, but
can
for the
just
grace
do
of
your
God,
best.
go I. But
and that's very
do
rare
your
in
best.
Madison. Very rare. in
It is, but I
Madison.
tell you what I do. If I do feel, excuse me again, I do feel as if when I was short with him, like it's going to sound all weird religious. It's not weird religious, but I do feel like God said, "Really, to me? Oh yeah, hang on a second. Is that how you treat people?" Now, sometimes, people will be mean, or they'll be like Dee Dee said, they'll be entitled. And no, I've got no.
No,
I've
but
got
John
no.
was like,
But
I
I
had
was
a
like,
long day.
oh
I
my
think
God, I
John
just
thought he
feel
was going to
bad.
ask for an autograph or something, not that he was homeless and he didn't.
No, I thought he was going. I don't know, but whatever it was, I do feel like the Spirit said, "Don't be that way." Now, occasionally, the Spirit will say, "Get as far away from this person as you can." So you got to listen to that what do they call it? The still small voice. You have to listen. But sometimes the still small voice will say, "Hey, what kind of a representation of who you're supposed to be was that?"
And we can just do our best.
So if that happens to you, don't be so proud that you can't apologize. Because I said, "Look, I am so sorry. I've had had a long day, and I should not have treated you that way. So
And
please
John's like, baby,
accept
do we
my
have
apology."
this stuff? So I just started grabbing
Yeah.
the stuff and gave it to John, and he
Yeah.
gave it to him.
So hopefully he's in a better way. That's all the time we have, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Drinks with Dee Dee and John. I hope we've entertained you.
And
Look
I know,
at that.
I know, but I want to say this one more thing.
I wanted to have it be roo, roo, roo. What?
Please keep giving us ideas for states when we visit the states for our 50 state We Love America tour. Happy birthday, America tour. When it gets cold weather, we're going to head more south. However, everyone, give us your ideas, and we have used them, and we appreciate them, and thank you very much.
Right.
Love you guys.
If you can help me hit my driver straighter and longer, I'd appreciate that too. Bye.
Okay.
Uh-huh.